What's going on, everybody? This is a segment from the Nerdgasm Talk podcast. If you like podcasts, well, why don't you come join us as the crew gets silly and Philly while we sit to talk about the latest in comics, games, movies, and all things pop culture. You guys can listen to our whole show on all the podcasts apps. We're on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, wherever you guys get your podcasts from. And make sure you guys also support the channel by subscribing to the Nerd Coalition Studios. And for the gaming needs, make sure you subscribe to Nerd Coalition Level Up. This is the Nerd Coalition. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. And now, feel the Nerdgasm. This past Tuesday, we took a trip back to the 90s, y'all. Okay, because it's finally here since being announced back in 2020, I believe it was. X-Men 97. The new animated X-Men series can come to Disney Plus. They announced it back in 2020, I think it was. Prior, we got to see some like some drawing stuff like that. It was like, yo, they're going to bring back the X-Men animated series that we used to watch all the time back when we was younger. And I'm a huge X-Men fan. That's my, when it comes to superheroes, that's the top of the top. I even got my X-Men shirt on right now. If you're on the podcast, y'all can't see it, but if you're on the video, y'all can see my 90s X-Men shirt on. And I was already mad hyped for this thing. Because I know what to expect. At first, I was just like, are they going to reboot this thing? Or are we going to... They said, no, this is X-Men 97. This is a continuation right after the original X-Men left off. And I said, perfect. Disney Plus dropped the first 2 episodes of the series this past Tuesday. And I have to say, I am impressed.
I'm here for it. You know my one criticism, because you know what I'm about to say.
I know what you about to say.
They have some criticism in there that I will say also, but I don't care. Is it possible you can tell me how you just enjoyed it first?
Sure.
Okay.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that I enjoy the fact that this is a continuation of the original X-Men. But these storylines feel very much right now. I was like, that second episode, alright, because y'all can slap up that this is inspired by true events, or this is fictional, it's not directly related. The little disclaimer they give you when you watching Law and Order, y'all can put that up there if you want to. But it'd be a lie. It'd be a lie.
Okay, what about you, Brian?
I liked it. I like the fact that they didn't reboot it, because if they would have rebooted it and did it the Marvel way, it could have been something different. They could have used whatever style comic they wanted and went after that style of look. But the fact that they went with something that everybody knows, and brought it back, because like, for example, right, we get in this show X-Men 97, and then we're getting Spider-Man. What is it? Whatever Spider-Man show that they got coming out. That Spider-Man show is like a brand new show. Wow, this one is like a reboot. So it's something that we seeing now for this reboot, and then something we're seeing that's brand new. So I kind of like that they're doing both sides with it, but I'm excited to talk about this stuff that's about to happen in these 2 episodes.
Yeah, it's like I said, for me, it is a continuation, and it's giving me all the X-Men isms that I like about it, especially when it comes to the comic book and superhero and just plots and twisting, and also real world stuff. Because if I may, real quick, because I am so sick of them using this term woke. I'm so sick of it.
Oh my god! Well, listen, that's what they wanted. That is what they wanted. They wanted to turn it, to weaponize the word and turn it into something so that everybody's like, oh, I'm just so sick of hearing it. It's evil. It's bad. That's what they wanted.
And it got it. And it makes you sick, because even before the series even came out, and when the trailer first dropped, and everybody's talking about, oh my god, everybody's X-Men going woke, right? I'm like,
you mean the cartoon that was always an allegory for prejudice?
Seriously.
The literal reason that this exists is because
this whole thing, if you take prejudice out of X-Men, you have
no X-Men.
That's what this thing. X-Men has all, even back in the 90s. X-Men has always been a political forward. Am I lying?
Nah, you not.
I'm just saying, whether it makes people feel uncomfortable, where it can be, then X-Men ain't for you. You can go back, even in the '60s. X-Men has always been an allegory for prejudice.
Always.
Of what it has been, of minority groups that have basically been segregated against, or discriminated against. That's what the X-Men have always been.
I mean, you mean the group of people who were exiled for being different than everyone else?
This ain't a show.
And everybody hated them.
This ain't. Stop trying to put X-Men in the category and talk about something. Well, you know, I've been bullied as a kid. No, fuck, we way past that. These motherfuckers trying to extinct these motherfuckers. Okay.
Exactly.
This thing is. That's how it is. So when. And I'm just saying, I'm sitting this. You keep hearing it because it's all over the place because those little minor voices are so damn loud, and you keep hearing that goddamn word all the time, and it pisses me off. And I'm sitting thinking like I can't even have X-Men.
You know what made me mad?
What'd you say?
I say you know what made me mad? They called the show woke because they took away Jean and Rogue's.
Okay. So I don't know if you recognize. They toned down the sexualize of the women in the cartoon. Okay, so if you look at the original 90s cartoon, Rogue had an ass.
But
okay?
No, because I saw Tony Baker talk about this express thing. He said, "Y'all, we not gonna keep saying that Rogue was cheeked up because we got that one good still shot.
Yeah,
she was never that cheeked up." And he pulled up the original X-Men cartoon, and was showing her in action in the cartoon, and was like, she ain't had no cheeks. Y'all are imagining. He said, "I really hate that I'm talking about cartoon cheeks." But it didn't happen. Y'all are imagining this. There's a still shot. She looked like she got a butt, but that was not the case. And I was like, damn. I mean, I would have to go back and watch some episodes. Okay.
Yeah, Jean though, they toned down Jean. Like,
for sure.
Some things they need to tone down because even
she's definitely giving a serious maternity mannequin right now.
Yeah. They did that. They made Morph non-binary because Morph was a guy in the original one. First of all, I don't even know how Morph is back because Morph got killed in the original series. And I was like,
killed in the first episode.
He got killed in the first. Yeah, I'm bringing the first episode. I was like, so what you doing back?
I don't believe it. Hiya, Wolverine. You should see your face. Looks something like this. It's good to have you back, kid.
But here's the thing.
First episode, and then season like 5, and now he's just technically this is season 6 or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
If they had not made it a point to say Morph is non-binary, would y'all know that? Was Morph only turning into male superheroes?
No.
So what the fuck Mystique. Are y'all talking about?
That's like Mystique. So Mystique is non-binary?
It makes my skin crawl, and people want to make all these big things about it. And next thing I'm like, we got 2 great episodes with them doing X-Men style shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because I said you gotta talk about the political in there, but you also get in there when, first of all, even in the first episode, everybody, it was like a return to form when they said, "Y'all, let me introduce to y'all to who the fuck the X-Men are." Cyclops is a bad mom's apple pie, absolutely. This man is delivering his lines like his name is Chiwetel Ejiofor in this show. Okay,
he wants his Emmy.
You know what I'm saying? He said there. He's acting, okay, in this in this damn cartoon, right? But he's mom's apple pie. He's up there with Superman and Leonardo, as we know. It's like ugh. But Cyclops is a badass that he always is in the comics, right? And he showed that. And same thing when it came to Storm. Like, yo, put respect on.
I will say for Cyclops though.
Yeah.
The part where he took the dude, when he took Cyclops glasses, he was like, "Oh no, how am I going to see?"
He's
like, "Yeah, we got him now. We got him now." He was like, "Psych."
That was funny.
Take his visor before he starts up again.
No, don't! I surrender!
Not.
The upper room with Jesus.
It blew the shit up. I was like, yeah, that's fucking Cyclops.
And I'm like, first of all, how my man even able to come back as a villain? He should have been murked after that. Ain't no way.
I mean, fair enough. But I would say, but they had to come back. He had to bring him back for that scene. But Cyclops was just like, no, I surrender. Not. They just blew the shit up. Even when it was falling, and I was just like, because my first when the X-Jet got blown up, and everybody had to, fly and catch somebody, Cyclops was like, no, y'all take them wings. I got this. You know what I'm saying? That shit right there was fire. Storm, I was just like, whoo, Queen Mother.
Omega level threat detected.
Out there, badass as well, coming in there, just making entrance. I like how everybody, at least the main X-Men, got their proper introduction to who the fuck we are. Especially Cyclops, Storm, Jean Grey, Wolverine, Gambit, even Beast.
I don't think Wolverine got hit. I think because everybody know Wolverine, he can kind of take a seat back because he ain't get no this is Wolverine introduction yet. Yeah, he ain't get no this is this is Wolverine.
Yeah,
bub. He ain't getting one of those yet. So I think he'll get one, but I think just because everybody know Wolverine, he can kind of chill back for now.
Yeah. But that's fine. I like the I love the introduction to it. I love the them fighting Sentinels. It was everything that I remember watching the show way back in the day. And with just neater animation, obviously. But that in that first episode, I was like, when we was getting all the setup, and then we get the return of Magneto, or as the lady sketch was called.
No. Because I gotta get this off my chest. Why y'all got him walking around like sexy geriatric Magneto?
That's how he was in the 90s comics.
No, absolutely the fuck not. Y'all want to talk about stuff being woke? Why y'all not worried about this man? He got a better silhouette than some of the women in here. Jubilee got on a 3X coat right now. But Magneto got everything that is the curvature of his body. I can see that man's calf muscles.
So we got that Usher coat on. Don't make me lose
with his hair flowing in the wind. No helmet. Just flying around. My X-Men.
Oh, great.
Watch the lore of my body. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. No. And he ain't changed out that shit. Everybody else went and put clothes on. Magneto's still walking around in his stretch pants. And
did he change? I don't think he changed in the comic. I don't think he changed in the show. I think everybody else did.
Everybody else did, but no, I mean, you don't fucking need to change.
I mean, I get it, but I'm like, my man, y'all don't have no sweatpants for my man or nothing.
Oh, actually, no. I think the only other thing I think he wore was probably a suit.
And that's cool. You want to get your Lex Luthor on, go off. But I was cracking up the first time because when they first introduced him, he didn't have the suit on.
Yeah.
But the first time he bust out and was like, I'm about to go fake save the world, I was like, what is going on? I know, you gotta be ergonomic and all of that. So you can't have clothes flapping in the wind.
Yeah.
But my man, with R.I.P. Teddy Ray, but Magneto was out here double cheeked up.
On a Sunday afternoon.
She said double
on a Tuesday. Like what?
That man was on it, boy.
With that little tendril of hair. I'm like, y'all get out of here.
He was pretty. Man, he was pretty. He was pretty. So them giving me all of that stuff that I want from an X-Men thing really set the tone. And then when we got to episode 2 is when it was just like, all right, y'all, we hit into some shit that's going to probably make your skin crawl for the day. But that's what the X-Men is. Because when they were when Magneto got arrested, and he did that whole speech and saying that y'all hate me because I called my guy by a different name. And I was just like, sheesh, we there.
Here we go. And I'm sure people gonna be like, why'd you put that in there? Like, that was not Magneto's story the whole fucking time. Like don't play.
Like this man's not Jewish. You know what
like,
I'm saying?
come on.
That's just the way it is. And that's just the fucking way it is. that's what it's been. That's what the fuck it's been.
They didn't just throw that in the X-Men movie for shits and giggles.
No. I mean, they didn't go too deep with it in the animated series, but it was just like some generic city burning type thing like that. Yes. But then it was like, okay, oh no, we in a different time. We just gonna fucking go there.
Mm-hmm.
And
they actually said the word insurrection in the show too.
Yeah, that's what the fuck was.
I mean, that's what it was. But I didn't think they was gonna. I think that's what's making people mad, because it's like, bruh, mirrors hit dogs and all of that. So
I do think it's a thing, because first of all, you gotta understand that there is a group of people out here who's running their mouth who don't understand the X-Men.
No.
Who don't. They probably looked at some clips from YouTube, but they have not sat down and watched the 90s animated series.
Or they watched the movies and didn't care about any of the story that was actually happening in the movies. They just people blowing shit up, people fighting. That's all they cared about.
Yeah. Which that's what explains the superhero thing also as well. Mm-hmm. But it with the different allegory that what it's for, because New York City views the Fantastic Four and Spider-Man as heroes, but they do not view the X-Men in the same light.
No, because they're supposed to be. I mean, Spider-Man he's a regular human who happened upon his powers
and his gifts and abilities. Same goes with the Fantastic Four. But the X-Men was born this way. Which makes them, and everybody don't look as pretty. You know what I'm saying? As it is when it comes to the mutant stuff. And I really thought that they nailed it on the head for these two. Left for good cliffhangers, because in episode 2 they have these little sentinel guns that they've been using to capture me. We got the same cars. They've been using the cars ever since. And this blast was like basically that enhanced car to help.
No, real quick.
Yeah.
Why does that dude look like the dude from one of the Batman villains? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, you talking about the one that Magneto spawned out in the crucifix cross and put him on the circle.
Yeah. Why does he look like? I forgot what's
like
that called?
Or something like that.
He looked like Crossbones and like the Talon crew, whatever they call it from the Batman. I don't forget what they call it.
Yeah.
Is it
Court of Owls? You're talking about?
Yeah, Court of Owls. Yeah. The little main guy.
Yeah. He look like that, being the big bad trying to go to be a Cyclops, talk about his whining and shit, and then all of a sudden when he shot Storm, and
before that,
the bullets of Magneto.
Before that though, Storm had one of the best lines I would say in the show, but in that episode, is when she was teaming up with Magneto or something like that, and she was like, I need you to do so and so and so. He said, you think we gonna? Don't think. She cut him off. She said, don't think, just do it.
You, uncaller Magneto, you.
Well, now who does she think she...
Do not think. Be silent. Heed my commands and you shall survive.
Listen, when Black Auntie come and say, you better just do what I said, do it. And that's what they do.
She's
pop that
collars.
She said that he was in the middle of talking. She said, don't think, just do it. And I was, you will live.
I was like, well, I guess we just doing it.
Yeah, you gonna shut the fuck up and then you gonna listen to this system. But even when Magneto was got arrested and had to get a court date, because once again, just to give some context, Magneto just comes back. He takes over the X-Men. That was Charles Xavier's last will.
First of all, ain't nobody tell you to do that, Professor X.
Well, I mean, look, Magneto is his best friend.
Y'all ain't been besties for a long time. Stop fucking playing in our face, Charles.
No, I think. See, I kind of like it because Magneto I don't know if you can tell. He don't like it. He don't agree. But he was like, you know what?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he's doing this begrudgingly.
He's like, he like, oh, he wants me to be better. So I guess he does not agree with this at all.
He can't bring himself to say coexist. He was like, you mutant human.
We here, damn it. He's definitely we here, damn it.
Yeah, he was like, oh motherfucker. For those in the context, like I said, when they Magneto's trying to become trying to blend in more with the human and mutants. I guess be more of the.
He's an anti-hero.
Anti-hero, but he's trying to be more of the hero side, like Charles wanted him to be. And they wanted to arrest him to talk about the crimes that Magneto has brought, because it's still fucking Magneto.
But say, because let's not pretend like this man was not just terrorizing the Earth.
Or the humans. He ain't gonna hurt his kind. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and that's where we got that thing with the court and the insurrectionists that came in there to try to overthrow them and the government, because we've had that before.
I'm about to say, I wonder where we got that inspiration from.
Yeah. And then when that villain tried to take a shot at Magneto, but Storm got in the way of the blast, and it took her powers. She said, "The moisture,
I can't feel it."
I was like, "Oh, Storm, baby."
But also, can we just talk about how? Well, my man, I don't know if it was supposed to be surprise or he mad or what, but like when he hit Storm and they show his face or his mask, and he's just like, "Ooh,
oh, fuck,
whoopsie."
Man, he was saying, "Oh, you done fucked up now."
Well, maybe he was just like, "Now I'm about to die." Maybe that was the.
No, I mean, he did say, "I literally only have one shot, and I have to get Magneto, because if I don't, I'm screwed." Literally is what he said.
Yeah, well, he
well, Eminem, ain't nobody tell you that.
And let me tell you something. If it was
Come
old
here,
if it was
underprepared.
old Magneto, he would have been screwed.
Bro, if it was
the
old
fact that-
Magneto, he probably would wrap that gun around his throat.
Fold him with his clothes on.
The fact that he was like, now I probably wasn't doing this good, but the X-Men, unfortunately, he was all their powers to protect you, and this is what you do. See, me, it wouldn't be different, but they tried to save y'all from me. So just let that sink in. That's kind of what he was saying.
Yeah.
I'd have left him up there in the atmosphere. Everybody can stay up here and freeze.
I mean, he got the power to do it.
He do.
And not even think about it.
No good, but he got the power to do it.
They're like, man, where the judges bench go? It's up in the atmosphere over the UN, like, bruh, and it's gonna stay up there.
But we also got the other storyline going on. Not just when Magneto comes back, Scott and Jean are about to have a baby, which is already bring kind of things to the team, like that Wolverine, who still want his Jean pussy.
What about to say? Wolverine is just pissed. Okay. Pissed.
But he was just like, they gotta leave. This is not a place to really raise a child.
Can you imagine having to drive your joint to the hospital because she knocked over somebody else?
Yo,
what in the Ricky Lake?
Funny scene because
So
go ahead, Pryor.
no, I was about to say, he said it's not a place for a baby. I'm like, y'all in a mansion. Can't you just go to like one section of the mansion and
He
just
could
raise
definitely go to like the North Wing.
Y'all got, like he said, X-Men 2, they got a jet at the basketball court.
Yeah,
Like, sir,
exactly. So we get, okay. There was one nitpick that bothered me, right? But before I get to that, it was kind of funny. I like the little X-Men reference where she was like, "Logan, he's coming." He was like, "Apocalypse."
Ooh, apocalypse. Yeah.
Because it was a running thing in the old show. Apocalypse would just show up and just kick ass out of nowhere. You're like, why
Can you just
Why
show?
you here?
I'm talking about show up like unwanted, just like
exactly
bro, I'm here.
like oh god, we ordered pizza. It's Apocalypse. It's like what the fuck?
Hey yo, can you?
That's how Apocalypse would just
I'll
show up.
be
He'll show up. Yeah.
Like, bro, you had nothing else to do.
Apocalypse would just show up and just call shit. So when he just got to talk about something,
especially
Like, here come the things, like my man.
and he said no.
Hey,
Claws,
oh,
Lord Jesus.
Here's the
Do
thing.
you remember the episode where they went to the future and Apocalypse showed up? They was like, "How you here?"
Yeah, exactly. we went further.
I hopped on the back.
So
I think it was like Cable or Bishop or something. They were trying to do something, and they kept having to go back in time, and Apocalypse kept showing up. It was like, bro, how are you here? Like,
yeah, that's how Apocalypse be showing up. So I get it. Now, here's my
I
one
hope they keep that
nitpick.
running joke.
Here's my one nitpick. When they got to the house, when the insurrectionists, and then Gene was like, Scott, we're about to have a baby. And the doctor's like, we ain't going to deliver your kind here. Okay, I understand that. We know we've had a lot of doctors that wouldn't even deliver black people in the hospital before.
Absolutely.
Here's my thing, though. Because he said, real quick, can you take over his skills to deliver this baby? I'm just like, this is really nitpicky here.
Oh, is it because he didn't pass out?
Huh?
Is it because he didn't pass out?
No. You mean to tell me she been pregnant for this long and y'all having no OBGYN? Y'all had
nobody on that?
Y'all had no midwife for nothing?
That's definitely a nitpick.
I mean, look, she has a secret.
Like,
as
you might call the doctor no mutant not one time in that time that she's been pregnant.
That has been through multiple pregnancies. I highly doubt that she would have went through this whole time, even as a mutant who has extraordinary powers, and not been checked one time. I'ma have to agree.
Okay. Oh, question. Beast is there, so do you think Beast could have been doing it?
I mean, it's a possibility, but even still, if that's the case, and the instruction, she got an open teleport through everybody's brain. Hey, baby coming. Hank, you the midwife. You know what I'm saying? Not saying he is, but I'm just saying, but still, it's like, hey, I was sitting there thinking like, wait a minute, now you gotta go kidnap this Dr. Skill. Well, I mean, he deserved it anyway, but still.
Yeah, he was big.
And you gotta have Rogue deliver this baby, try not to touch it because you don't know is that the energy of the baby. I'm just sitting there thinking like, there's no there's nothing for mutants.
Well, I guess when you're born a mutant, you don't be like, let me go through medical school.
Fair. But even
maybe they don't accept mutants.
But I'm just saying, but you know, you ain't got no doctor. One doctor.
A
doula. Okay. What if it could have been Charles?
Could have been.
I mean, it could have been. I mean, okay. Like I said, it's a nitpick. It's something that's going to hold no weight. But it was to sit there thinking, like, I was like, there's no midway.
It's like in the movies. It's like in the movies, so they would just random like, oh, he's here. Like we had no time to prepare. Like we went from I'm pregnant to he's here in like 3 minutes. You know.
Yeah, now, it'd be different. Like, you know, Scott G had sex the first in the beginning of the episode. So I was like, "Ooh, I swelled up." No, it wasn't even that. She had this baby for. She
been pregnant for a minute.
Well, we left off. The story wasn't on a cliffhanger. We left off where we got a knock on the door. Morph answers, and it's Jean Grey. But Jean just had a baby,
and she's standing in the
right there.
Living room.
So who is this?
Who that lady?
Scott immediately was like, "My baby." What?
Is this
like, come on, man.
Am I renting? So.
What would be funny? Wolverine turned like, "Gotcha, bitch!"
Yo, that'd be hilarious. That'd be hilarious. Now, granted, I had to brush up my X-Men comics stuff like that because that person is actually somebody. Because I think. Is
that not?
What'd you say?
I thought that was Rachel, but
Rachel. The name sounds familiar. I wanted to go. I wanted to go back.
See, I won't say it didn't.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But so already, even Lady Sketch was like, oh, so that's how we're gonna end. I'm like, yeah, you gotta wait till next Tuesday until the next episodes come out.
Yeah, and now she got a body double, and Storm is on a bus to the motherland. I hate it.
And Magneto, is trying to be, Magneto Luther King. I'm trying.
It's gonna be like previously on X-Men.
Yeah, I love hearing that. I love hearing that. And I'm like, now I'm gonna go back and watch the old cartoon. First of all, any X-Men show, minus a couple, I used to watch them. Like, I used to love 90s X-Men.
Okay, first of all, I will say though, they rarely miss with the X-Men shows because X-Men Evolution was great.
Oh, I was about to say that. I enjoy X-Men Evolution. Have you ever watched X-Men Evolution, ladies guys?
I don't think so.
So that's when WB took the X-Men show.
Okay, I might have.
And then
because I remember WB Kids.
Yeah, and so this time they changed it up where Logan and Storm were the teachers, and Scott and Jean were in high school.
Okay.
Yeah, and they did that. And
it sounds vaguely familiar. Yeah. When did this come out?
This came out like 2000.
Okay, so I could have. I definitely could have been.
I have it over there also.
It sounds like a sit at grandma's house and watch it.
Yeah. Then they had Wolverine and the X-Men. That was a pretty decent show. I liked X-Men Evolution
what
better.
in the David Ruffin and the Temptations?
That's what it's called, Wolverine and X-Men. So it was basically Wolverine and X-Men. That's what the show was basically based on. Most X-Men stuff, minus the movies. Especially the later movies. Even though I still think that poster you see up there, favorite X-Men movie of all time.
Days of Future Past?
Absolutely.
I haven't watched that in a while.
Yeah, oh my god.